welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses about manifesting your specific person. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, we're going to talk about something that tends to be a challenge for a lot of people when they're manifesting an SP, a specific person. And it's especially a challenge when you're first starting out in your manifesting journey. And that is, how do you manifest a specific person if you're still very attached to them? In other words, if you're still feeling needy of them, desperate for them, even a little obsessed with them, how can you actually successfully manifest them? So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So we talk a lot on this channel about the concept of detachment, and I'm sure you also hear it a lot in the manifesting community at large. Indeed, detachment is an important concept because, first of all, it helps you feel better, it helps you improve your energy and get into a higher vibration. And as a result, because this tends to make you less obsessed, less needy, less desperate about your manifestation, in this case, your manifestation of your specific person, it tends to bring in the manifestation faster and easier and more effortlessly. So while getting into the state of detachment is absolutely amazing and it's going to be absolutely beneficial for your manifesting, this is also something that tends to develop over time. This is something that tends to happen with the expansion of your consciousness and as you delve more deeply into these teachings. And as you start building your faith and as you start seeing and realizing for yourself how the law works, also, as you're practicing getting into the state of the wishful field, you start being less obsessed automatically, you start detaching more, meaning you still want your manifestation, but you don't feel like you need it anymore, at least not for your happiness. But what happens if you're still earlier on in your manifesting journey? What happens if you're still very attached to your specific person? If you're still very attached to the idea of needing to have that manifestation, needing your specific person to manifest? And what if you're still struggling with that energy of obsession, of desperation, of I need my specific person, I feel like I need to grasp on the 3D, I feel like I need to push the 3D, I feel like I need to force it, and so on. Can I still manifest my SP from that state and from that mindset? And if so, how do I do it? So the answer is, and it might surprise you, that yes, even if you are very attached still on your specific person and on manifesting your specific person, this is not the actual problem that holds back your manifestation. The actual problem is what you attach to. Most people who are in this state of desperation, obsession, needing their specific person, seeing their manifestation of their specific person as the key to their happiness, feel this way and are in this dominant state because they're actually attaching to their own things. They are attaching to all the things that they don't want to see and they don't want to experience in the 3D. They are attaching to their negative experiences. They are attaching to the past, to the old story, to what their SP might have said or done or didn't say or didn't do, how they perceive that they were treated by their SP, what resentment they might be harboring and feeding about that SP. And all of that, unfortunately, feeds the state of lack. It feeds the state of desperation. It feeds the state and the feeling that I don't have it, I don't think I can have it, I don't think it's possible for me. And so you remain attached because you are looking at that manifestation of your specific person as a source of validation for you, a lot of the times even as a source of redemption for what has happened in the past. You are still carrying the hurt, the pain, the resentment, the anger, the bitterness of what might have happened in the past in your heart and in your body. It's still a big emotional baggage that you're carrying, and it's still very, very big in your energetic output. And this is exactly what isn't letting you go of the attachment to needing that manifestation, because you are still attached to that old pain, that old story, that old hurt, and you are seeing this manifestation as a redemption and as validation to get you out of that pain and out of that hurt. So how then, if you're still attached to your manifestation and if you're still very attached to manifesting your SP and feel that you need it for your happiness, How do you get to manifest it? The answer here is shifting into a state of love. That means getting over any resentment that you're feeling about your specific person. That means working to get over any hurt or pain that you perceive the old story as having caused you. It means that you need to start seeing the 3D from a higher point of view, from a higher perspective, and realizing that at the end of the day, it was all a mirror reflection of who you were being within. So even if you did have negative experiences with your SP in the past, there's a very, very high chance that this was still a manifestation of who you were being within at that time. What kind of person you were, who was your old self at the time. Your SP being your mirror and being energetically connected to you 24/7, as I say so much in so many of my videos, had no choice but to actually reflect that back to you, because this is what they were subconsciously receiving from you dominantly. So while you're letting go of that pain, that resentment, that hurt, and replacing them with a feeling of love, a feeling of loving your SP, a feeling of feeling loved by your SP, and you do that by practicing revisiting your state of the wish fulfilled over and over and over again. But your goal by revisiting the state of the wish fulfilled over and over and over again is to actually write over that old story, that old pain, that old resentment, that old anxiety, stress, worry, sadness, whatever it might be, and actually start seeing your specific person and your relationship from the point of view of love. Feeling love towards them and feeling loved by them. Realizing that there is a version of them right now, because we all have all versions of ourselves within ourselves, so there is a version of them right now within themselves that does love you, that does want you, that does want the relationship with you. And it is up to you to bring that version to the surface, to the 3D, by letting go of that old pain, letting go of that attachment to the old story, letting go of that attachment to feeling validated by them, and realizing that the only true thing, the only real thing is love. Your love to them and their love to you. If you start getting into that state of love, feeling love in your mind, in your body, saturating yourself with that feeling of love, you will automatically see how you start softening up within yourself and how you start seeing your specific person from a different lens, from a different perspective. And even if you're still very, very attached to them, and even if you're still very desperate for them to manifest, coming from a place of love actually heals that. It makes you feel softer within. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel less hurt, less in pain. And that facilitates your manifestation to start coming in. It starts facilitating the 3D to start shifting and show you movement in the right direction. So this is again the way to shift your perspective without necessarily quote-unquote curing your attachment at this moment. It allows you to move forward first within, because every change happens within first. And then you're going to see your 3D reflecting that back to you and conforming to the reality that you want to experience. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.